So we're back catching up with 2025. This is the top 10 albums of December, and December is always is what it is. We're picking from a half-empty basket, and not every one of these 10 is going to be amazing. But I made sure that I looked as hard as I could to find the best stuff possible. So this is what the top 10 albums of December looks like, and we'll start from there with Bygone. This is a Boston, Massachusetts-based heavy rock group and one that has heavy psychedelic rock as well as a new wave British heavy metal in their sound. If you're a fan of dual lead guitars, sort of the more affected and melodic side of Tank towards the end of their original run, like the self-titled album, or if you're just a fan of like Magic Circle and the earlier kind of gnarlier sound from the band, you'll appreciate Bygone and what they're all about. At number 9, we have Mort France's Hesperia. This is a pagan epic black metal band from Caval, a French musician who definitely has like some taste for pagan black metal with kind of a more forceful edge to it, like Hate Forest, or I think maybe the first Belanos record. Not quite Eternus, but you also find there are a lot of leads here which turn things into not windier, but something that you would enjoy if you appreciated that, but also liked actual black metal. Otherwise, with riffs and whatnot. So, pretty interesting themes. Not sure what the band is all about ideologically, but this is an ambitious and well-made record that is worth your time and that will maybe even stick in mind if you're a fan of like European pagan black metal in general. And I have not that much to say about Grieve and their album Bleknat Bortom Evictid. The very consistent band overall. We got a lot of material from this group in the past, and so this latest record follows up on that with something that I think has the signature of this artist in his guitar work and the way that everything is not necessarily harmonic, but fighting together in the way that they compose the songs. So if you're a fan of Swedish black metal and the melodic nods, the melodic style of it that features two very good guitarists, I think that there's enough patternation here to uh, thrill the mind and uh, finding that a lot of their work has moved away from symphonic black metal kind of helps this album to stand out for its guitar focused attack. So if you didn't like the band in the past, maybe check this one out because it's a little bit different, especially if you like black metal guitar music. I think this is a good example. Old Outliers from Shallow Lives to Shallow Graves is exactly what it purports to be. It's an old school outlier that has ideas from progressive death metal, from death metal, from blackened death metal to traditional heavy metal, and all this turns into something which is quite idiosyncratic, but eventful and memorable, and kind of has this interesting grip upon traditional heavy metal from an extreme metal angle. So I thought it was cool. It's something I think they need to iterate upon and create more with this sort of these bounds to see where the song comes in so much beyond the flow of it all. But so definitely worth checking out. Very, very a unique record that is maybe an acquired taste for some, but an interesting journey overall. So if you're a fan of Chilean thrash metal and you like the more traditional side of that, but you want some aggression like Critical Defiance's first album or Trash Torn, where it's not black and thrash metal, but it's aggressive. I think Neckbreaker's Mental Void will be of note. It's definitely a classic thrash metal inspired sound. It is not a perfectly polished product or anything, but a pretty a cool thrash metal record. And if you're looking for something that has riffs and energy and attack that is serious and not a joke or whatever. At number 5, we have Abysmal Grief's Tetra Philosophia. This is the seventh full length album from this Genoa based doom metal band. And again, they're known for a very unique vocal style. They've become known for more of a keyboard assisted attack here, and it makes for kind of one of my favorite things, which is Italian horror doom or doom metal that has its own kind of evil spirit to it. And this is the band, the possessed priest of the pulpit kind of act that I really appreciate. It's just a solid riffcraft, old school feeling, but also has a little bit of a dark extreme metal touch to it that helps it feel a little more eldritch gravitas to what it's doing. The second full length album from Italian Norwegian black metal band Darvaza, We Are Him, is I think it has the potential to be in one ear and out the other for some because it's kind of an old school classic, early second wave kind of sound for fans of black metal. It is extremely straightforward. It is uncomplicated, but it is kind of authentic as well as engaged with what it is doing. It's at number 4 because of the impact of it in terms of just listening to it over and over. I wouldn't say that this is going to stick in mind. It's not going to be the catchiest record of the month. It's not the one that you'll probably remember very well in a month, but sitting with it, it was convincing. There were a few albums that I liked more than Unfuros's debut the year it came out. It was very high on my best of the year list. That was a substantial record that was obviously spiritually channeled. It had a distinct sort of uh, homebrewed but black doom metal sound, but there was this mid-paced ritualistic feeling to it that was substantial. For the second full-length album, they prepared something that is maybe a little bit more typical, more atmospheric, and maybe more complete in the way that it's been composed. They've incorporated keyboards more heavily. It is less focused on the riff and the conjunction of riffs and more on the overall experience of black metal. And it wasn't as mind-blowing as some of my exposure to the first record, but I'm still a very big fan. At number 2, we have Precipice from Lichgate. I think this is probably one of the most underrated bands in this style of kind of progressive avant-garde black metal or black metal inspired progressive metal. And this England-based band is just in their own realm, in their own world on this record. It's both lyrically a thrill. It's conceptually beyond interesting. It's got this own eldritch personae that they carry with it. There's nothing to not like about how different it is and how challenging it is, how technical it is, and they've still managed to write songs in with their art. So for me, the arrangements are really what sells this overall, and the way they've put together all of these moving parts in such a sentient way rather than the obvious. And so Lichgate really do deserve a lot more praise for this record and a lot more hype for how much work they put into it. And finally, we have German black death metal band Omega Vortex with Diabolic Messiah of the New World Order. This is their second full-length album, and this one is very much compacted versus the previous one. The other one was almost austere or stoic in the way that it presented riffs. It was this frantic, chaotic, aggressive thing, but it was structured in a way that was very classic, and it was muscular in the way that it pulsed through those ideas. Now this record is very different. It thrives on chaos, and it's kind of almost like a grindcore record in a way, the way that it pulses through its ideas and just creates a wreckage with it. It's intending to be a nightmare and a revelation in the way that it's put together, and so there's this intensity to it that was undeniable. As simple as a lot of their compositions have become, callous, uncommercial brutality that they brought to their thrashing, aggressive, blackened death metal is like palpable all over this record. It is fast and it is mind splitting the way that it's put together. But this is still like by far the best record of December, and definitely deserves quite a lot of praise for the amount that they've packed into it and the kind of fuck you that it is. It's a cool record.